In this video, we'll be discussing the rule of 55 and how you can potentially access your retirement funds earlier than the traditional age of 59 and a half. Welcome back. This is episode 316. For many people saving for retirement, they often do so through their employer's retirement plan, which often is a 401k plan. And normally you must reach the age of 59 and a half to withdraw money from your 401k without penalty. However, there is an IRS provision known as the Rule of 55 that can allow you to access your 401k money before age 59 and a half without the normal 10% penalty. In this episode, I'll explain the Rule of 55, who qualifies for it, what to consider before using it, and I'll give you a few examples of how you could make it work for you. If you haven't already done so and you're watching on my YouTube channel, please make sure you subscribe by clicking the button below. Or if you're listening on your favorite podcast app, you can probably subscribe or follow my podcast as well. And as a special thank you to all my loyal listeners or new listeners, consider downloading a free electronic version of my helpful book called Fiduciary. If you're considering hiring a financial advisor, I discuss what questions to ask a potential advisor, talk about how you can find a fee-only financial advisor, as well as give you many helpful tips when it comes to planning your retirement, managing your investments, paying less in taxes, and much more. To download a free electronic version, head over to retirewithryan.com and click on down a free electronic version. So this week's topic came from a listener question from Tom. And as a reminder, if you have a listener question you want to have considered for a future episode, you can also head over to retirewithryan.com and click on Ask a Question. So Tom writes in that he's 54 and he works for Raytheon, formerly United Technology Corporation, and he has saved up his retirement goal of $2 million in his 401k. He'd like to retire, but because all of his savings are in his 401k, does he have to wait until 59 and a half to access his money without paying a penalty? So first off, Tom, thank you for the listener question and congratulations on reaching your retirement savings goal of $2 million. That's incredible. So Tom, the quick answer is that you probably don't need to wait until 59 and a half to access your money without penalty, but it depends. So as I mentioned earlier, there's an IRS provision known as the Rule of 55 that allows individuals to take penalty-free withdrawals from a former 401k or 403b plan prior to age 59 and a half under specific circumstances. So what are those circumstances? Well, if you have an employer-sponsored retirement plan, as I said before, 401k, 403b, and you've separated from service from that employer, you've either voluntarily left that company or you've been laid off, and this occurs in or after the calendar year in which you reach age 55, then you may withdraw money from that former employer's 401k or 403b plan penalty-free. So normally withdrawals from retirement accounts are penalty-free only starting at age 59 and a half. So any withdrawals prior to age 59 and a half are subject to a 10% early withdrawal penalty. Now, in addition, I'm saying penalty-free, income taxes probably still apply on your withdrawals from a 401k, assuming that it's pre-tax money. So it will still be subject to ordinary income, but there won't be an additional 10% penalty added on top of that. So this rule of 55, it waives that 10% penalty. So Tom, if your money you speak of in your 401k is all in your Raytheon 401k, that is your current employer, and you retire in the calendar year you reach 55, maybe it's occurring this year, maybe it's next year because you said you're 54, then you can withdraw your money from your 401k at Raytheon and avoid the 10% early withdrawal penalty. Many people think that they have to actually reach their actual birthday for this to work. And no, according to the IRS, right on their website, it says it has to occur in the calendar year that you're reaching 55. So your birthday could be on December 31st, but you retire on January 1st. You've reached the calendar year in which you're turning 55. you could then start withdrawing that money immediately, and you wouldn't have to wait until you actually reach your birthday, which occurs almost 1 year later. So it's important to understand that this provision does not apply to IRA accounts or to 401k or 403b accounts from a previous employer. So back to Tom, if you had money, if you also worked, let's say prior to working for United Technology, you worked for Lockheed and Martin, and you have most of your money in the Lockheed Martin 401k and only a little bit in the Raytheon, well, then you're going to only be able to withdraw the Raytheon money because the Lockheed and Martin money is your previous employer, not your current employer. So if you had any money in your old employer's 401k, not your current, or in an IRA, a workaround to this is that you could take that money and move it into your current employer's plan and do that before you separate from service, and then separate from service. And now you can access that money penalty-free from 55 until 59 and a half. So that's one workaround to that. The other thing is that it doesn't need to be all of your money in your 401k. It just needs to get you until 59 and a half, because any money in an IRA or former employer's plan, once you reach 59 and a half, it's all going to be treated the same. You can access it without paying the 10% penalty. So who qualifies for the rule of 55? Well, generally, if you leave your employer during the calendar year, as I mentioned, on or after the calendar year, you turn 55, then you qualify. If you have assets remaining in your most recently previous employer's retirement plan, then you qualify. If your retirement plan permits these withdrawals, then you qualify. So not every employer's plan allows distributions after separation from service that utilizes the rule of 55. So very simply, you could use Google, do a quick Google search of your employer, or you could reach out to your employer to find out. So what should you do if you're considering using the rule of 55? Well, definitely the first thing is understand your current 401k plan, retirement plan, how it works. Do they allow for the rule of 55? Get a hold of the plan document or reach out to your current HR director or possibly the administrator for your 401k. If for some reason your 401k plan only allows lump sum distributions, which some do, then this could create a significant tax event. So therefore, you probably wouldn't be able to utilize the rule of 55 because then you'd have all this income in 1 year. Second thing is realize that Roth 401k withdrawals may still have some tax consequences. If you have retirement savings in a Roth 401k in addition to a pre-tax traditional 401k, the rule of 55 would eliminate the 10% early withdrawal penalty on any Roth monies. However, earnings may still be taxable from a Roth 401k if the distribution is not considered a qualified Roth distribution. So to be considered a qualified Roth distribution, you have to have the Roth account satisfy the 5-year holding period, and you must be 59 and a half, disabled, or deceased. So because the rule of 55 only waives the 10% penalty, not the Roth qualification rules, it's important to understand the tax implications of taking early withdrawals from your Roth 401k. That may not work. Third thing is that you can return to work. Many people assume that they cannot work again after using the rule of 55. Now, you can't return to that current company, so Tom, you can't do this and go back to Raytheon because now you'll be re-employed, but you could go to a competitor. I mentioned Lockheed and Martin or any other job, and you could continue withdrawing from the 401k, have the 10% penalty waived, and still be able to earn income from your other job or even contribute to a retirement plan if that employer offers it. The key component here is those Raytheon funds, your previous employer that you separated from service after age 55, that money needs to stay there until you reach 59 and a half. Next thing to consider, the fourth thing, is consider the long-term impact on your retirement of taking money out at 55. Large withdrawals from any retirement account can really obviously reduce the amount of money that you're going to have remaining and allow you to withdraw over your lifetime. So that could affect the potential future growth. If you take too much money out from your account, it could be catastrophic to your long-term retirement plan. So make sure that you view your withdrawals in the context of a normal retirement that could last 25, 30, 35 years plus. So make sure that you have a plan, that you're not just hearing, oh, I'm 55, I can leave, I can get my money out, great. You have to really consider the long-term impact for any withdrawals from retirement accounts, especially using the rule of 55. So what are some common scenarios where this could be beneficial? So the first scenario, you go through an unexpected job loss. We have Mike, he's 57, he gets laid off, wasn't expecting to get laid off. He was planning to work later until 60, but now he needs income because he doesn't have a paycheck coming in from his employer. So rather than paying the 10% early withdrawal penalty, moving that money over to an IRA, Mike leaves the money right in his 401k, and he can then withdraw until 59 and a half without the 10% penalty. Scenario number two, let's say David wants to retire at 56, but his company pension does not start until 60. He can't collect it early, so he's going to have 4 years of no pension. How's he going to pay his bills? Well, as long as he leaves his money in his 401k, he can take out whatever he needs, get him to age 60, then he can have full access to his 401k and roll it over to an IRA if that's something that he wants. Scenario number three, semi-retirement. Emily decides to leave her corporate job at 55 and transition into part-time consulting, but her consulting income isn't quite generating what she thought it would, so she could take some partial withdrawals from her 401k and still have her consulting income, and therefore have enough income to pay her bills and be comfortable in this semi-retirement role. So what are the advantages of the rule of 55? Well, the major advantage is it provides you early access to your retirement funds without a 10% penalty. It can help you bridge the income gap between retirement and Social Security or pension benefits. It gives you increased flexibility if you want to retire early or you get an unexpected layoff. And it helps you to avoid taking on any high interest debt because now you can get access to your retirement funds without paying that 10% penalty. But what are some of the drawbacks? We mentioned some of them earlier. Withdrawals are still going to be subject to ordinary income. It doesn't eliminate that. Large withdrawals can push you into a higher tax bracket and can mean more taxes. So definitely keep an eye on how much you're withdrawing and what tax bracket you're in. You want to be mindful of how much you're taking out. Make sure you're not taking out too much that you're going to jeopardize your future retirement income. Not every employer offers this, and this doesn't apply to IRAs. So if you move the money from your 401k to an IRA, it doesn't apply. So regarding that, a lot of people think when they leave a company, they're done with the company. Maybe it was a layoff and they're mad at their old company. So they want to take their old 401k and they want to move it out of there as soon as possible. And where do they move it? Well, an IRA is usually the first choice. But before you go ahead and do that, think about what your income needs might be. If you think you're going to need income from these assets, you don't have other monies you could use, then maybe don't roll over all of your old 401k into an IRA. Maybe leave some behind, at least enough that would help bridge the gap from whatever your separation of service is before 59 and a half, if it's 56 or 57, get you to 59 and a half. So therefore, you still have some money you can get without paying that 10% penalty. And then once you reach age 59 and a half, if you want to get the rest of the money out of your 401k over to an IRA, then that could make sense. So final thoughts. This is definitely a very helpful tool. Check with your employer if you're somebody like Tom who's been saving and is now close to their goal, and you've had enough and you want to retire and you find out you've got enough saved. Well, this can be a really helpful tool to help you get access to your money and not pay that 10% penalty. And anytime before withdrawing money from your retirement accounts, you really need to have an income plan, a retirement income plan, and reach out to a financial advisor, possibly reach out to us to get a plan together for that, to make sure that you're making a thoughtful plan and managing your resources in retirement so that your money lasts as long as you need it to. So I hope this episode was helpful. As a reminder, if you have a listener question you want to have considered for a future episode, you can head over to retirewithryan.com and click on Ask a Question to leave your question. Have a great week, and I look forward to talking with you next Tuesday. Take care.